Hey, what's up? So, Mark Ellert here, and I'm sorry that I've been MIA for a while now, but to all my followers, in the last 7 weeks, I've actually had surgery on my neck twice, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. I'm not going to get into the surgery and the procedure so much itself. I'm just pretty much going to give you some insight to the bureaucracy of the healthcare system and the crap that I had to deal with, because it had a big effect on my mental health. See, this all started in 2019. Pretty much the beginning of 2019, I had this constant chronic pain that was interfering with my daily lifestyle and activities. So I started seeing a doctor about it. And my primary care physician referred me to a few different specialists. All the specialists I saw said it was a nerve condition, that I needed to see a neurologist and have MRIs done. My primary care physician refused to give me a referral for a neurologist, so I couldn't see one. See, my health insurance, I have MMAI, Medicare, Medicaid. They won't approve and pay for me to see a specialist unless my primary approves it and writes the referral. So at this point, my hands are tied, and it's pushing me over the edge, because it's been over a year now that I'm having this chronic pain, and I had to stop doing everything I love. I had to stop playing music, stop playing drums, stop playing guitar. I couldn't exercise or work out anymore. The pain was getting bad, because it all started in my hands, then into my wrists, and then forearms, my neck, and the back of my head. It was this constant soreness and swelling where there's just pressure building. So I'm dealing with this pain for over a year. My doctor refuses to give me the referral. My doctor keeps pinning it all on my brain injury. Now, for those of you that don't know, in September of 2004, at the age of 19, I attempted suicide by putting a gun to my head. That's how I lost my vision. It took me a lot to rehabilitate myself and pretty much rebuild my life and learn how to function with my vision loss. So now that for a year, I had to stop doing everything that I love doing, and my doctor's pretty much telling me and pinning it all on something that already traumatized me, and I had to rebuild my life that can't be undone. They're telling me I just pretty much have to deal with this, that they're not going to be able to help me, that it's all tied to my trauma, and to just have to learn how to deal with this curveball now. So it was pushing me over the edge. It made my post-traumatic stress really bad. I wanted to change my doctor, but it took some time. So while dropping that doctor and waiting for a new primary, it almost pushed me over the edge, and I checked myself into the ER because I became very suicidal. The ER doctor did some MRIs as I requested, and they thought it did look like a pinched nerve in my neck. They thought it was a herniated disc, which pinched my nerves, which was giving me this chronic pain. They wanted me to see a neurosurgeon. So when I finally got my new primary care physician assigned to me, I gave this information to my primary. They refused to give me a referral for a neurosurgeon. They also thought it was all tied to my brain injury. They gave me referrals for other specialists, but all the specialists all said the same thing, that I need to see a neurosurgeon. So it's getting to the point where the pain is unbearable, because now we're almost dealing with this for 2 years. I had to stop doing everything I love, and I'm in chronic pain. Like I said, it starts in my hands, where throughout the day I'm shaking and tremoring when I'm trying to do things, just like dishes, make coffee, brush my teeth, constantly shaking and dropping shit. It's depressing. It's hard to function and get through the day. And the pain in the back of my head is getting absolutely terrible. It's just tight building pressure all day. When I'm trying to eat food, it feels like my jaw is going to pop out of place and dislocate at any moment. So I had to switch to a liquid diet. I'm either eating soft foods like oatmeal, watermelon and shit, or making fruit smoothies. And throughout the day as I'm walking around, it feels like my neck does not have the support that it needs. It literally feels like I have no stability, like my head's kind of weaving back and forth. I feel nauseous all the time, and like I have no stability. My head's just wobbling around. And at night when I'm trying to sleep, when I would lay down to sleep, I would have that pressure in the back of my head building and building. I would have all the muscles in my face shaking and tremoring. Then the pressure in the back of my head would get to a point where it was like an explosion. It was like someone hit me in the back of the head with a bat, and I would just jump out of bed. I would start convulsing and twitching like a fish out of water. I've never had a history of convulsions or seizures my entire life. So the fact now that I can't find a comfortable position to even lay down in to fall asleep, that I'll start convulsing and seizing, and even when I do fall asleep, I'll wake up in the night like every 10 or 15 minutes seizing and convulsing. I've never had a history of this. So the way that the pain was perpetuating and getting so much worse so fast, I really felt like doctors were just waiting for something irreversible and absolutely terrible to happen. Especially because all the specialists that I saw, every doctor I saw said it was that pinched nerve. They thought I had a herniated disc in my neck. One of my doctors even said that I had bone fragments from my brain injury in '04 floating around in my spinal column, and they were pinched in the wrong place. To be told all this and for doctors to just tell me that it was linked to my brain injury and not want to help, I literally at any moment felt like my head was just going to completely fall off. Felt like if I turned the wrong way, I was going to break my neck and my head would fall off. I felt like my nerve was going to get pinched at some point where I was going to become completely paralyzed. I was paralyzed with fear. Having that feeling, just waiting and thinking that doctors were waiting for something to happen that would be irreversible, I really couldn't get through the day and I really couldn't function. It had a massive effect on my post-traumatic stress. I didn't think it was fair for doctors to pin it all on something that already traumatized me and made me rebuild my life so much. I couldn't give up everything that I loved. I couldn't be living like this. So I checked myself into the ER again. This time, the ER, they were able to refer me to a pain management doctor to help me manage the pain to get through the day and function. My pain management doctor was able to go over my primary's head. My pain manager, he pretty much referred me to a neurosurgeon. My neurosurgeon was able to diagnose my condition. My neurosurgeon and pain management doctor worked together to give me surgery and to give me proper treatment. 7 weeks ago, I had nerve ablation, where they were able to completely sever and disconnect the two nerves in the back of my head, my occipital nerves that were causing this chronic pain. So now that I have the right treatment plan and I'm rehabilitating, it's been 7 weeks, I'm right back at it again. I'm doing what I love. I'm playing music again. I'm playing drums again, playing guitar. I get to exercise and work out. Here I am, people. I'm sharing it with you. I'm going to be here sharing more content with you guys, giving you some insight to the crap that I've dealt with and how I can do it. Because I want you to know, if you've been through the ringer before, it can be really discouraging. Don't let it disappoint you. Don't let it discourage you. Keep fighting. Be assertive. Advocate for yourself. Tell your healthcare team you know what you need. Be able to take care of yourself, people. Because it took me 2 years, 11 doctors, and 2 times to the ER. But I did what I had to, everybody. If I can do it, anybody can. Don't let the system break you like that. Don't let it discourage you, everybody. If I can do it, anyone can. And everyone, thanks for tuning in here today. You're going to be hearing more from me. But until next time, keep it sexy, make good choices, and I will catch you on the flip side.